holes, only half of which now remain.
They looked a lot better during filming, obviously, when they had them manicured.
But the highlight lies at the top of this hill.
This is Bag End.
Bilbo Baggins' home, where Gandalf knocked 3 times with his stick.
No, thank you. We don't want any more visitors, well-wishers or distant relations.
And what about very old friends?
Welcome, welcome.
Now it's the Alexander's home where people are knocking, anxious for a look at Hobbiton. Next month they'll get their wish when guided tours begin.
Secrecy is a big part in the mystique of what was here for when they released the movie, and they took everything away on completion of filming. We're fortunate enough to have these remains that you see here.
A quiet, secluded place where hobbits once lived in secrecy, where Lord of the Rings fans can now come to relive their fantasy.
I think a lot of people have come to Matamata over the last year or so and been disappointed that they can't see it, and those that do come, hopefully they go away happy.
Lauren Mackenzie, One News.
With the release of the second Lord of the Rings movie just weeks away, a Matamata farmer is offering a tour of the place where the story started. For the first time, Ring fans can set foot in Hobbiton, where if they squeeze their eyes tight, they just might imagine themselves back in Middle-earth.
And if you can remember the quote in the movie where Sam says, "If I take one more step, this will be the furthest I've been out of the Shire." Yep. That happened about 10 yards this side of that barberry.
And you need to remember a lot from the movie when you take the Hobbiton tour. That's because there's not much left of the original set.
Maybe I thought there's some more things from the film left.
New Line Cinema took almost everything down the day filming finished, but there's enough here for a die-hard Tolkien fan.
It's sort of like being on film, but not, and it's like reality and Hollywood sort of. It's just weird.
Huh?
Hobbiton is a working sheep farm run by the Alexander brothers. After years of people asking to see where the Peter Jackson classic was filmed, they finally caved.
It's something for Matamata and New Zealand, and obviously an opportunity for us as well.
It's $50 a head for the 2-hour tour.
It hasn't been set up for the New Zealand market. It's the international tourist that coming through from Auckland to Rotorua.
But even overseas visitors with favourable exchange rates found it pricey.
And if you compare it to other things in New Zealand, like if you go on a tour like whale watching or something else, and if you compare the prices, I think it's quite expensive.
However, for one German tourist, it was one of the thrills of her stay in New Zealand.
I've been searching for Hobbiton the whole trip we did.
The highlight of the tour is seeing Bag End here, which is where Frodo and Bilbo lived. But if you look inside, it doesn't quite look like it did in the movie. That's because the interior scenes were shot in a studio in Wellington. Russell Alexander stresses a big part of the tour is his running commentary on how the farm was set up as Hobbiton and developed to cater to 400 people, including Hollywood stars. And of course, who can resist having their photo taken in Bilbo's house? Sarah Bradley, 3 News.